Hey everyone, went and did it, went and purchased a cheap wet and dry vax to clean the bilges, to keep on the boat and use it for just general vacuuming as well. Now this isn't an advert for Stanley, this isn't sponsored, this is simply a vacuum, wet and dry vacuum. As you can see, I picked up nice and cheaply, about $130 thereabouts I think, by memory. I didn't want to buy one with a battery on it, given what I'm going to be using it for. At this stage I have access to shore power, and by the time I buy the battery, the charger, along with the carcass, things are starting to get quite expensive. So anyway, unpackaging this, you'll see it's got a lightweight stainless steel bucket. It has wheels. I'm not going to stick the wheels on it though, I don't need the wheels on it for the boat. I'd much rather it didn't have wheels so that it couldn't roll all over the show. And it's going to sit out on the boat, and I don't need to cart it for miles either. So simply picking it up and walking around the boat with it, putting it down is not really a major issue. So lots of fittings, push on plastic bits. It has a paper bag for general vacuuming. It doesn't have a paper filter, it has a foam filter underneath that other filter there. An automatic stop so you can't flood the engine. And we'll give you some feedback about how well it works once I get it down to the boat to give it a bit of a nudge. So anyway, stay tuned, keep watching, and hopefully this will solve a bit of a problem. Down here, going to test that out, clean the bilge. I've got a container to put some of the put the bilge muck and everything into. Nothing's been done, nothing more been done down here since whenever. I'm going to have to chase them up. It's starting to become a bit concerning how long this is all going to take. Right. Yeah. And I was just having a look up on the deck about midships here. There's a little bit of rot and damage to the deck on the outside there, which is a bit concerning. I need to get up there and start getting some of that sorted out over summer. So anyway, let's one job at a time. I can't do much when the weather's like this. There's not much room in here to be able to set up and show you. Probably best I can do is maybe just stick the camera up on there. I'll go on the other side and see if I can sit it somewhere where it's not going to get knocked into the bilge, and at least capture something of reasonable interest. So it's a bit of water on the bilge, it's been a bit of rain lately. I want to suck that out. I want to have a good suck out of any rubbish and stuff in there as well, and dispose of it accordingly. So hopefully this will do the trick. So let's see how we get on. suck that up and fill that up pretty quickly. Be quite good. Right, let's have another crack at that. Let's try that again. Fair bit of crap out of there. Really needs to have a good degreasing bilge cleaner in there, I think, to be honest. Oh, yum yum. Hey, well, all salty sea dogs know what the smell of an oily bilge is like. It is something very, very special and something we all hate dealing with. But it has to be done from time to time, especially when there's a number of years of crud stored up waiting for us, and we've just got to get in and deal with it. So back to it, following day, a bit more cleaning to see if we can get things smelling nicer. Having another clean out. We had a huge amount of rain overnight, huge thunderstorms, high wind. There's a huge amount of fresh water sitting on top of the salt water at the moment, the salt water being heavier than the fresh, obviously. The water here is not too bad. It's pretty discoloured though, but crikey, you have a look at the water colour in the marina closer to the hard stand at the beginning of the marina. It's actually brown. There's quite a few streams and waterways emptying into the top of the sound there. So when there is heavy rain, it does tend to discolour pretty quickly. But anyway, here we are here again. Going to do a couple of jobs. Let's crack on and get some work done. So I get a bit of ventilation going in here. First job today though is going to be sorting out this. This is for the fresh water pump. Supplies it up to the Califont. There's a connector box here that's the earth's wires pulled out of. I'm going to just rewire it one straight wire, do away with the connector box, tie it up out of the way. Having it lying on the bottom there, as you can see, is probably not the best. Have a look on the bilge and see how bad things are down there. Let's have a quick look now. There's a bit of water in there. It's not too bad. It'll be interesting to see how much I sucked out. Sucked out about 25 litres yesterday. We'll see how much I suck out this time. About a bit under 12 litres, and that was from the bilge behind the engine, the drive shaft, prop shaft bilge area as well. So the reality is, given how much rain there was last night, that's not surprising. There's it absolutely bucketed down probably most of the night. with varying degrees of intensity, but at some stages the rain was so heavy you couldn't hear the TV inside with the rain on the roof and the wind. Yeah, I don't think that that's too bad. That's all come from a number of leaks topside, particularly around here and through the cupboard. Potentially around the back. I'll go to the back and have a look in the rudder stock area as well and just see how much water's in there that's coming from that other fitting. Quite a bit of water in there, and what's there has come down from that rod holder that someone's installed in the deck at the stern, so that needs to be sorted as well. And this is another water ingress point. Toilet leaks. Needs to come out, and I need to see if I can get a kit for it. It seems to be coming out from around the macerator area. I can only imagine that the toilet probably needs to be replaced. Don't know whether I'm going to be able to get a replacement one, but it's not the most pleasantest of heads, this area. There's some sort of attempt gone into making it waterproof, I guess, if you can call it that. The discharge hose that goes currently into the portable tank hasn't been sealed. Water gets in there. The drain plug around there hasn't been sealed, and you'd imagine utilising the shower facilities. It's going to get pretty wet in here. The other thing is here, water flies in from around the top of the door. It rains heavily, hits the side, runs down into here. Sort of properly, just another example of some of the half-assed stuff done on this old boat. Quite a bit of water. Quite often if you're in the engine room doing something that's raining, you get a constant drip on the back of your neck from this area here. You see it's not that flash as far as being waterproof entry door. Here's another thing of interest. This broom was new about 12 months ago. So metal handle has effectively probably been used maybe a dozen times. It's been kept in the shower area, so it just shows you how corrosive the saltwater environment is. Went to use it yesterday to sweep the decks and it snapped clean off. So yeah, you can see why they prefer brass, copper, stainless steel fittings on a boat. And that's pretty rusted away pretty quickly. Now let's take care of this next wee job. Sliding that up there, meshing that in together like that. Yep. Starting to die a little bit, that and the one thing I did forget to put over the top of it was a sleeve, another sleeve of shrink wrap over the top of it. First, just clear, this is the power one, we'll make sure we get this one right. Yep. To the top of that, get rid of that, pull it down, seeing it's the power cord. Right, now we'll slide that over there, and I think what we'll do is we'll do the same thing again. We'll mesh the two wires together. It's a little bit of a exercise of stretching. See that solder sort of melting in between the wires and holding it properly. Right, let's see whether that has made any difference. It's actually going to work. I can't remember which one it was. Okay, well that test didn't work. Join those two wires, they seem to be joined pretty firmly now. So, back over to the power supply, try and work out what the hell's going on. It's a 12 volt system. So, there's the supply, the 12 volt running across to there. And I pull the fuse. And I don't know if you can see that, the fuse is blown. So clearly there's a bit of water got into that fitting while it's been over there and it's blown the fuse. Okay, hook that up onto the pump switch. I just heard some life. Oh, look at that. It's alive. Chalk that one up to a victory. For a change. Something that's gone well. Okay, let's get the crap out of the way there, and let's get in here. Let's cover this up and waterproof it a little bit better. Just a shame I didn't put any on the other. On the earth, but I'm going to have to put some binding on that, some insulation tape, and then I'll hook it up and out of the way so that I don't end up with the same problem again, the water getting into the fittings. A bit of a half-assed setup, to be honest. And we have that one done. And what I will do, I will actually put a fitting, maybe put a cable tie or something up just to hold it up and out of the way and out of the water there. Right, magic tape. Might just have to put two on and go around the pipe. It's not ideal either, but I can't wrap it around that wood. It needs a hole or something drilled in it. So next best thing, we shall do that. There, it gets it out of the way of any water pouring in through there. Let's see. Cable cover. Let's put that back on. And look what I found. One of the original bilge pump that was installed that I took out, and it's 24 volt, not 12 volt. So this was hooked up to the float switch in the bilge. Someone was trying to run it off 12 volt. It's no wonder it wasn't working, and why when I took it home and cleaned it out and hooked it up, it did work, well they did work off 12 volts, which is a little bit of a strange one, but it says 12 volts, yet it's 24 volt system. So hey, let's have a look if this works. I may be able to reinstall it and save a purchase of a new bilge pump, although in saying that, probably overdue for a new bilge pump anyway. Who knows how old that one there is, and I'll just keep it maybe for a spare if it works. Interesting, I was just on line earlier and I found some of these currently for sale on Temu. Exactly the same solar charge controller, ranging in a variety of amps from 10 or 20 or 30, whatever, right up to 100 for around $16. Previously advertised as about 60 something. Free delivery. Looked to be a little bit too good to be true, but seems to be a legitimate site. I think Temu's been pretty good. People are using it. The stuff's arriving as it should. So that'll be interesting to see whether it arrives in due course. A $16 solar charge controller. I went for the bigger one, simply so that I can have extra panels on the roof. And yeah, watch the space. We'll let you know what happens. Apparently they refund you $5 if they don't deliver it within 16 days. So go figure. We'll see how that all works out. Hey everybody, that brings us to the end of the episode. Hey, thanks for watching. I do appreciate seeing how many people view the videos and the episodes. I do enjoy making them, playing around with the editing program, getting footage, trying to get a little bit more inventive. So click like, subscribe, all that drama. If there's something you'd like to see, tell me, stick it in the comments below. Any ideas you might have or thoughts, stick it in the comments. Do appreciate the feedback. And I hope you look forward to the next one. I'm really looking forward to getting some good footage with the boat underway and some scenic stuff and all that palaver once things are sorted out. Anyway, it's a beautiful evening here in the Marlborough Sounds. I've just had to pop down to the boat again to shut the skylight up in the head. I left that open. There's enough water getting into the boat as it is without assisting it if the weather does change overnight. So take care out there, get out there and do it, enjoy it, give everything a go, just like I'm doing, and we'll see you next time.